Hello and welcome back, children. This is Mr. Muzaffar presenting before you the seventh lesson of your honeydew reader. The name of the lesson is This is Jody'S Fawn. Fawn means, my dear children, a young deer. There are four characters. There are four characters in the lesson. Let me tell you very short about those characters. First, it is Jody. Who is Jody? He's a small young boy. He felt bad for Fawn. I have already told you about Fawn. Who is Fawn? Fawn is a young deer. Fawn is a young deer which is alone in the forest without his mother. He was living in the forest. Fawn was living in the forest. He was living without his mother. He was, living without his mother. He had some problem in the forest, and this Jody felt very bad. Jody felt very bad about Fawn, and Jody tried a lot to help Fawn in the forest. He took different things. He helped him a lot, and he provided different things to Fawn, a young deer, in order to save him, Fawn, in order to save a young deer from the forest miseries, my dear children. And secondly, it is Ezra Baxter. Ezra Baxter in the text, in the lesson, Ezra Baxter is nicknamed Pinny. Ezra Baxter is nicknamed Pinny. Who was, Ezra Baxter? Ezra Baxter, he is a father of Jody. Ezra Baxter is a father of Jody. But he was bitten. He was bitten by a rattlesnake. He was bitten by a rattlesnake in his hand. Later, he killed a doe and used its heart and liver to cure himself. He allowed his son Jody to bring the fawn back home and raise it here. He allowed, he told, Ezra Baxter, whom we called Pinny in the lesson. Ezra Baxter told clearly, Mr. Jody, go and bring young deer to my home and help him to get rise in my home. In my home? I have given you the duty. Ezra Baxter, namely Pinny. Who was Ezra Baxter? Ezra Baxter was a father of Jody. He was a father of Jody. But what happened to him? He was, bitten by a rattlesnake, and later he killed a doe and used its heart and liver. Ezra Baxter used heart and liver of a doe in order to cure himself. Later he allowed Jody go and bring Fawn back home, and we will raise him at our home. And secondly, it is Ora Baxter. Who is Ora Baxter? Ora Baxter is a wife of Isa Baxter. Is a wife of Isa Baxter, and she simply we can say she is the mother. Ora Baxter is the mother of Jody. She is the mother of Jody. She also agreed to bring the fawn at house and raise it. She also agreed. She had a discussion with her husband, namely Isa Baxter, Penny. She had a discussion with him, and she told him that go and bring the fawn at house, and here we will raise the fawn. Here we will nourish him. We will nourish him. We will nourish him. We will provide him different things. We'll provide him grass. We'll provide him medicines. We'll provide him whatever the requirements of a fawn is. We will provide him that. And the fourth character is Mill. Mill. Who was Mill? He was a forester. Mill was a forester. He was working in the forest. There, his occupation was a forester, and he helped Jody. And he helped Jody in finding Fawn in the forest. He literally, when he spoke to his parents that there is a Jody in the forest, he is, there is a Fawn in the forest. Fawn is living alone in the forest. Fawn is living alone in the forest, and it is his father is a Baxter, and Ora Baxter, his mother permitted him go and bring him here and raise him here, my dear children. Okay, very simple. I discussed with you four characters. It is Jody. He was a small young boy. Who was Jody? He was a small young boy, and one day he went to the forest. There he felt bad for a fawn, and which is alone, which is living alone in the forest without his mother. And same he discussed it with his Isabekister. Who was Isabekister? He was a father of Jody. All of a sudden, Isa Baxter was bitten by a rattlesnake, and later he killed a doe. Why he killed a doe? He taken out the heart and liver from the doe in order to cure himself. Later he allowed his son to bring Fawn to our home. And third, it is Ora Baxter. Who is Ora Baxter? Ora Baxter is a mother of Jody. Very good. She also agreed that go and bring Fawn to our home and will raise him here. And thirdly, it was Mill. Fourth character I told you, Mill. Who was Mill? He was a forester. Mill was a forester and helped Jody in finding Fawn in the forest. My dear children, you have understood. Hope you have understood these four characters. Tomorrow I will teach you the main story of this lesson. It is a very simple story, my dear children. Please, my dear children, write down these characters on your textbook, on your notebook, and then memorize their names and their words. Thank you and have a good day.